Hi, welcome to Film Fiend. My name is Seb, and today I'm reviewing Disclosure Day. So, Disclosure Day is, of course, directed by the legendary Steven Spielberg, and just the anticipation of watching a new Spielberg film in the cinema with a plot that revolves around aliens was very exciting. And for the most part, it delivers on its promises, although I would say that it never quite captures the Spielberg magic of old, but it definitely flirts with it, and there's plenty of moments that were riveting and awe-inspiring. It's written by David Koepp, who's worked with Spielberg before on Jurassic Park, and I would say that Koepp is a hit and miss writer. Just last year there was 3 films released that he had written: Black Bag, which I thought was great, Cold Storage, which I didn't like, and Jurassic World Rebirth, which was kind of in the middle. But here the writing is good, if not completely spectacular, but it's solid work. Anyway, overall, I did enjoy Disclosure Day. All the Spielberg traits are present, like the amazing camera work and fantastic framing. There were some shots that were so incredible where Spielberg reminds you that he's a master of his craft. There's scenes with long takes that are totally gripping and immerse you into the world of the film, and his direction is just so good. We also get that really distinctive Spielberg lighting with the abundance of bright lights and lens flare. And this film is scored by the equally legendary John Williams. And whilst the score in this film isn't exactly iconic, there's still plenty of moments when the camera work and the score are so perfectly in unison that you get that amazing magical feeling. And when the score peaks, it just about captures those magic moments that Spielberg films are renowned for. There's that ineffable quality that Spielberg manages to create where it's just magic. And I was getting sporadic flashes of that feeling from when you were younger watching a Spielberg film for the first time, where you just completely lose yourself in it. Also, there was times where the camera work and score and the general modality of the film did remind me of E.T. On a technical level across the board, of course, it's all immaculate, and the acting from Emily Blunt is fantastic. She's absolutely magnetic in this film. There's a reason she's such a big star these days. She just commands the screen, and she's definitely the heart of this story. The rest of the main cast are also great, and incidentally, I never thought I'd see Donovan from The Inbetweeners in a Spielberg film.
I'm going to give you a chance to apologise for that.
Also, the few action scenes we get are absolutely riveting, although I would say they felt a little like they were put in just for the sake of it, because they wanted to make this film more of a romp than just a procedural. And that's where I think this film has a little bit of an identity crisis. It's part fantastical sci fi adventure and part espionage procedural, and I'm not sure they necessarily struck the right balance. I don't think the film knows which one it wants to be, and there's a scene during the finale where there's a lot of build up, a lot of mounting tension and suspense, and then that energy is kind of lessened a bit by the more procedural elements of the plot. Also, plot wise, there's some stuff to do with how the dissemination of this kind of information would clash with religious belief, but then those themes are never fully explored, and that plot thread doesn't really go anywhere. And for me, the plot was at its best when it revolved around this kind of cat and mouse chase that's going on between the elites and the protagonists, and that was the most thrilling element of the story for me. In addition, I will say that the ending moment was possibly a little superfluous, maybe a bit surplus to requirements, and I'm not sure how it will land with some audiences. So overall, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but the mix is majority positive, and whilst it never quite reaches the heights you hope it to, it's still really great. I mean, how could it not be when it's helmed by one of the greatest directors of all time? It's a thrilling and sentimental sci-fi espionage romp. There's just enough of that distinctive brand of Spielbergian magic peppered in to keep it gripping and engaging throughout. It's not an absolute classic, but it's a solid and thoroughly entertaining film. So that was my review of Disclosure Day. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.